We have been traveling the rich fertile lands of Kenya, far and wide, across the highlands and lowlands of this beautiful country, talking to farmers wherever we go.
We want to give them the help and knowledge they need to improve their farming methods,
increase their income, and turn around their farms into good business for the future.
Join us and our experts on this journey and share their families' experiences as they make the changes.
Karibu to Shamba Shape Up Safari. Welcome to Shamba Shape Up. We're just a few kilometers away from Nakuru town, where we are...
Oh dear,
What's wrong, Naomi?
dear. Oh, look at this. I mean, the farmer says the cows are unhappy, the chickens are unhappy, the spinach is miserable.
You know what you're going to do? I am going to liven up the situation by telling one of my best jokes.
No,
this chicken, Naomi,
not your jokes.
The chicken
no, not your jokes.
All right then, let's go and meet the farmer. Naomi, you never want to hear any of my jokes.
I know how bad they are. So, we set up base camp tent on the shamba that is 4 acres in size. There seems to be a lot of children playing happily, but we need to talk to Mary.
Mary, it's really nice being here in your farm. Okay. But tell me, do you live here by yourself?
No, I don't live by myself. I live with 2 good relatives. So they helps me so much.
Is that your husband? Is that your husband?
No, I am a widow. I don't have a husband. He died a long ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but I saw some children around here. Who are they?
I just help their parents to live with me here so that I can see I have good company. So I can't have so much stress if I see their children running here and there.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
Yeah.
Oh, and what else what do you have in the farm?
I do have bananas, maize, beans, vegetables, but some are very miserable.
Yes.
Plants like this one you see here.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I do not have money to buy some dawa to spray them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And animals? What animals do you have?
I do have cows, chickens, geese, and even cats.
Oh, you also have cats. I hope you're not milking them.
No.
Now, tell me about your chickens. How are they?
They are very stressable because where they sleep is just a board of a car.
They sleep in a car? A brand new car?
No.
Yeah.
An old one.
An old car which you have converted into a chicken house?
Yes.
Wow.
They are very stressed.
That's interesting.
And my cows are very so dirty because they sleep where they are getting their...
The shed is not good.
Properly.
So your cows are just having a difficult time.
Very,
are they producing enough milk?
Not much, as they should. Because in the morning, they just produce about 6 kgs. In the evening, 4 or 5.
That's low. How many cows do you have?
I do have 4 big ones and 2 small ones.
That's quite interesting. So you'll need more milk because I'm seeing there's so many kids around here.
Yes.
Okay.
So we can help them.
Yeah, I think we should walk around.
Yes.
And I'm very keen to see those chickens in the car.
Yes.
I head straight to check out the chickens in the old car. So this is where the chickens are staying. No wonder they are grumpy. I would be very grumpy if I was staying in a place like this. But you do something for them and give them a reason to smile. Oh, the cows look a bit jealous. They think we're not going to do something for them, but we will. Let me go and say hello. The cows don't look happy either. I'm not an expert, but Dr. Keegan from Unga Farm Care is and has come to take a look and give some advice to Mary. Now, Dr. Keegan, you've gone around. I've seen you inspecting the cattle shed, not to mention the chicken in the old car. But let's first start with the cows here. What do you think? What was your general observation of this particular place we are in now?
the thing that's strikingly you observe is the way the dairy unit has been built. As you can see the floor, there's a lot of dung accumulating here. There's no good flow or drainage of the dung and the urine to the slurry area. This makes the animal uncomfortable. It's also unsafe for the animals and the person taking care of the animals. A lot of issues that has implication on health of the animal.
Good.
So when we work on it, I'm sure the animals will be good. Yeah.
Let's go to our friends, the chickens. What do you think?
Same thing, Tony. The poultry house, I think the first thing we should tackle is the way the poultry house is built. That's not a good poultry house, and maybe we'll be showing her how to do a good poultry house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dr. Keegan,
Yes, Mary.
do you have some food for animals you can sell to we little farmers?
We have distribution networks that will
Yes.
make sure that your products will get closer to you as much as possible, so that you don't have to travel long distance to get these feeds.
Yes.
I think now we better start working, and maybe the doc will be happy with our progress.
Yes.
Hopefully.
I'll be happy to.
Okay. It is dangerous and unhygienic for the chickens to live in a rusty old car. They need to be in a coop that will protect them and stop diseases. And the cow shed needs better drainage. This will also help prevent diseases and make the shed safer for the cows and Mary. Plus, the cows need separate pens. Now, who is going to help us? Caris, there you are. Now, look, I've been speaking to Dr. Keegan.
Yes, sir.
And he's very, very keen on having the cattle shed ready
Yeah.
and a place for the chickens. How soon do you think that can be done?
It will be done on 2 days.
2 days. It can't be 2 days. It can't be 2 days because they're coming tomorrow to inspect. And by tomorrow, it should be ready. Do you have your team?
Yeah, I
Is
have
your
it.
team ready?
Yeah.
They've got everything, hammers and nails and everything?
Yes.
Good. Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow?
All right? Yeah. Tomorrow, Caris, yeah?
Okay, tomorrow.
Okay. Hey, Caris.
Thank you.
Caris.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I've been looking at Mary's miserable vegetables with expert Paul Nganga from Syngenta.
Let me have a look.
Look at them.
Oh goodness, this looks miserable.
Very much.
Have you been harvesting anything on these?
Nothing, I only little when to eat.
Now, what happens is whenever we have big heavy rains, we'll always have this problem in your garden, on your spinach.
Yes.
And it's advisable first you weed your crop.
Yes.
Secondly, there is a chemical that you can use on that.
Okay.
So you weed first, then you spray.
Okay.
Then you take 14 days and then harvest for your consumption.
Okay.
Now, if you look at them, what you can see now is the effect of the disease.
Oh, yes.
This disease is called black spot and is actually very common during wet weather. Luckily, it can be treated easily.
Normally farmers say that this is normal for spinach, but there are always chemicals for that.
Okay.
Now, if you have your spinach look like this, the moment you start seeing this, you look for this,
For that one.
for this one.
And that is what?
This core, it's a chemical against the disease. It's used on many crops, but on spinach does very well. You'll have your spinach green and looks good.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll be happy to use them.
It's already measured for you. You only put it in one pump and you spray your crop. When you go to the shop and buy these or any agrochemical, the first thing you do when you get to your farm is to read the instructions first. Any agrochemical will have instructions either behind it or in front of it.
Okay.
You look at it, read it very carefully, and know how to use it. The other thing is you need to use protective clothing, gloves, especially gloves when handling the chemicals, and the nose mask when spraying. It's
Okay.
good for your safety. Be sure that once you use the chemical, you'll have your spinach smiling all through.
Always.
So, remember always to read instructions and wear protective clothing when using chemicals. Score is pre-measured in this packet, which can be used with 20 liters of water to spray on all vegetables and fruit crops. Even if you have a disease that you cannot identify, Score can be used to help. As we walked through Mary's vegetable garden, Paul had more advice. Wow, Paul, that's a big cabbage. Did you grow this?
No, I didn't.
This is as a result of using hybrid seeds.
Really?
Mary has been using the normal open pollinated seeds, and this is what she gets.
Oh,
If you can compare the two heads, there's a big difference.
of course.
For any farmer who uses the normal open pollinated seeds, he or she will get small heads. But for those who want to go to the market, you'll have to use hybrid seeds and get bigger heads. A good example of hybrid seeds and what performs to this head all bigger and a good management is this cabbage. It's cabbage quiza, it's tolerant to diseases and very fast in growth. 75 days you'll have to harvest and go and hit the market.
Wow. 75 days?
Yes.
So you just plant it normally just like the rest
You
of
just sow the seeds just as like any other cabbage, put some fertilizer, transplant it to the farm, make sure that the farm is weed free, and you'll definitely get heads as big as this. The only thing for Mary, for you to be profitable in your business, you have to move from the normal cabbage that you've been growing to hybrid seeds. This one will ensure that you get a lot of food in your farm and you'll be able to sell the surplus to your neighbors and the market nearby.
Mary's small cabbages are selling at 20 shillings each. With the new cabbage quiza seeds from Syngenta, she could get 3 times the price of the large cabbage head it will produce.
So Mary, now you know how to grow a big cabbage. Yeah? You have the right seeds. And these cabbages now you can be able to feed the children. And you're left with some to sell and some to eat yourself.
Mary's farm is full of life.
Anapenda kujiringa. Anapenda kujiringa.
But I take the time to have a quiet chat.
How long have you lived here?
I have been lived here since 1985.
And do you have children?
Yeah, I do have.
How many?
They are 7.
But they all live in the city?
They are all in the city.
So the people living here with you, did you invite them or did they just come?
They just came.
Oh, they just came? What about the children? Do you have fun with them?
I do very much. When seeing them praying all around, I'm happy.
You're more like the grandmother.
Yeah.
Oringo, bayaya. Oringo, bayaya. Rango piga magoti tukuone sura yako. Pingri, pingri, oringo.
And after some fun, it's my turn to talk to the children who live on the Shamba. Do you like Shamba Shape Up?
Yes.
Are you happy with us being here?
Yes. I like cows.
You like cows? What do you do with the cows?
They give me milk.
They give you milk. Have you milked them?
Huh?
Do you know how to milk?
Yes.
So do you enjoy living here?
Yes.
Why do you love living here?
We love Shosho.
You love Shosho?
Yes.
Ah. She takes care of you?
Yes.
Very well.
Yes.
So you want us to help her?
She is a nice grandmother.
She's a nice grandmother.
Yes.
Ah, wow. What loads of fun are we having at Mary's farm? And very soon, the cows and the chickens are going to get improved shelter.
And we are very happy that Mary's vegetables will no longer be miserable because now she's got expert advice.
But there's still loads and loads to be done right here on Shamba Shape Up.
Welcome back to Shamba Shape Up.
We're still here at Mary's farm, very near Nakuru town. Agricultural expert Jane Jerry has come to look as well. Jane, I've been looking at the maize and I've looked at the butter beans and they all look good to me. I don't understand. Where is the problem here?
This particular area is prone to weather patterns that are very erratic. Sometimes we've got enough rainfall like now, sometimes we don't have enough rainfall. And so if she brings in a crop like sorghum, which is drought resistant, it can improve her land use, and we have very nice seed variety that can withstand drought. So she can improve on her on what she gets from the farm by getting the sorghum. That is, she gets food for the animals, that is fodder. She gets grains, which she can use for her human food, and also even sell.
So are you recommending that she uproots all these butter beans and all the maize and put in sorghum?
Not really. What I'm recommending is butter beans here, what we have here, can be used as a cover crop. So she will have the butter beans and sorghum intercropped. Together. So one rind for sorghum and one rind for butter beans. So she'll have her soil covered, so the land use will be properly. She'll maintain her moisture in her soil, maintain the nutrients in the soils, and she'll get an extra coin from the sorghum.
Wow.
Plus the feed for the animals.
But where can I get that seed from of sorghum?
Or even of a place that we can get the seed.
Where?
We'll go to that place and get the seed.
Mary and some other local farmers take a visit to the Leldet Seed Company in Nakuru County. The company produces seeds that are good for dry lands and where the weather means you do not always get good rains. These seeds are for chick and cowpea, groundnuts and various sorghum varieties. The big advantage of these crops is that they grow quickly and produce a crop in a shorter period of time, and they need less water to do this. So, farmers in arid and semi-arid lands have needs that can be best met by planting improved varieties of seed.
Leldet Limited was established back in 2004, and the main reason for establishment of Leldet Limited was to provide quality seeds to farmers at affordable prices. Most of the seed companies, if you see the way they were supplying their seeds, they were supplying seeds in huge quantities. So like now 2 kg packets, 10 kg packets, but what of a smallholder farmer would just need some small quantity. Then another thing about our packaging here, as you can see, have this, these are 400 grams pack, just the same as yours. If you have your 50 shillings, 60 shillings, you can have that. This one I target the large scale farmers. This from 2 kgs, anybody can purchase. So another thing also, when we are Leldet Limited, we are processing our seeds. We ensure all the quality standards are adhered to, and our seeds are inspected and approved by KEFIS. So anything issue like fake seeds doesn't arise because KEFIS are always here. Even today, we are expecting them anytime here. So we ensure standards are met. And also, we ensure all the customers are satisfied.
The seeds are grown here. The seeds are then dried. Then they are treated with 2 chemicals to make the seeds pest and disease resistant. They are then weighed and packed. They produce these certified seeds in small packets, especially for the small-scale farmers. Back on the Shamba, I meet up with Jane and Mary. Now, Mary, I hope you enjoyed your trip to the seed farm. Now, Jane, what have you got for us?
The sorghum seed. This sorghum seed, if you plant it, is drought resistant. It will be able to address your problem during the drought season when you don't have any crop. So with this, you get your own human feed, you get the animal feed, and if you have surplus, you have extra coin, you will sell.
Remember to utilize your land. The beans offer good ground coverage, helping to retain moisture in the soil. But by intercropping with a certified drought-resistant seed such as sorghum, you will have 2 crops and a better profit.
Talking of profits, it's time to find out how Kenya Commercial Bank can help farmers like Mary. So Mary, we are going to talk about finances. You know, it's very important for a farmer to learn about this.
Yes.
So Steve here has something for you, some advice.
Mary, do you have an account?
No, right now I don't have.
I recommend that you have an account with a bank.
Yes.
Because an account will assist you to manage your finances so that whatever you get from the produces, you can save in the account.
Yes.
Other than as opposed to us keeping the money in the house.
Yes. How do I open an account?
Opening an account is easy. You only need to have your identification card, that's the ID, and yourself to come and sign the form. So you just give you a form, you'll sign it, we'll make a copy of your ID card, and then that is all. You'll have your account open. Then we'll give you your account number.
She doesn't need any money?
She doesn't need any money. Opening an account is free.
It's free?
Nowadays it's free. It's not like before.
Isn't it? Once you have a bank account with KCB, they can offer farmers loans to improve their cow herd. A new cow will act as a guarantee for the loan.
For how long will I take so that you can give me loan?
It will all depend. What we do, we give you a loan. Our turnaround time is within 48 hours, but the loan will have to repay for 18 months. so that we give you a loan, but after 18 months, you will be able to repay the loan through that period. We also have services that we'll provide to you. We'll help you develop a business plan so that you can source the cows and be able to qualify for their own repayments.
KCB have lots of free leaflets full of information for farmers about how to open an account and how to get a loan for new livestock. Mary, did you know that these services were available to you?
No.
You didn't?
I didn't.
So now you do?
Now I do. I start.
Yeah, now you're starting to know. This is great.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Steve. Mary's maize is growing well, but when it comes to harvesting, you need to know how to treat and store it, or it will become infested with weevils and other pests and you can't sell it. You can lose up to 30% of your crop this way. Jane has good advice for Mary on how to prevent this.
Before you start treating your maize, you need to be in protective gear, and that is, you have to have boots, rubber boots. You need to have a dust coat, like this one of mine. You need to have rubber gloves, and you need a mouth and nose mask to protect you from inhaling any dust from the chemical that we are going to use to treat your maize. So I can see you are ready now. Now we are ready to treat this maize, and you are going to reduce your waste from your yields.
50 grams or 5 tablespoons of acrylic gold will treat a 90 kilo sack of maize. You carefully dust the maize and then slowly mix it and so it all gets covered. Then fill the sack and secure tightly.
Caris and the team have been working hard. The chickens have a new home and the cow shed has been improved. Doctor, we followed your instructions. Cattle shed is complete now. Proper flooring, good drainage.
Wow.
You'll be happy to see it. And the chickens also, I think, are going to be very happy.
Yeah.
Now, what's the next step from there?
Now that the house is good, we have good drainage, the cows are now safe. Mama will also be finding it easy to clean. We can now talk about how to feed our animals.
What do we have here?
Best. We have feeds to cater for the needs of different categories of animals. We have Unga calf early winter pellets here. It's fed to the young calf from 1 week old until when they are 3 months old, so that they can grow faster and attain the weight that we need for service. The next product, after 3 months, we graduate to Unga young stock pencils. We want the heifers to attain at least half the mature weight by at least 14 months or 15 months, so that by second birthday, we want that calf to be giving birth to another calf.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
Next?
Next is Unga dairy milk. Once your cow has now given birth, we recommend that you feed the Unga dairy milk. It's a concentrate that will ensure an animal gives enough milk.
And Doc, what are those other products up there?
Sure. I've come with mineral supplements. Our animals also need mineral supplements. It ensures optimum production in dairy cow in terms of milk production.
But they are highly recommended.
Very highly recommended if you want to have profitability in your farm.
So Mary will be smiling now.
From now on, she'll be smiling.
More than she's doing now.
She will be now getting money.
Mary, how do you feel about that?
I'm feeling fairly happy.
Yes.
To see now my cows are going to produce much milk than before.
Wow. Thank you so much, Doc.
Welcome.
These Unga Farm Care products are available at local agrovets. Remember, always read the instructions for advice on the amounts to feed your cows.
That makes you happy now?
Very happy.
Well, it's been another successful Shamba Shape Up. But before we go, the kids would like to say goodbye. Shamba Shape Up is online. To learn more about today's topics or to watch any of our previous episodes, visit shambashapeup.com, select the episode and click play. You could also visit our Facebook page, Shamba Shape Up, to get more information, get involved in discussions, and also get a chance to enter some of our great competition to win great prizes. You can also find us on Twitter at Shamba Shape Up.